The template details is your place where you edit existing templates after you've clicked on them. Here you can do things like change the title, which is what shows up in the list. You can change the type, so in this case it's a clinical note. You can change the status. Active means it's ready to use. Archived or draft aren't ready to use, so just if you want to use it, make sure it's active. And here you can determine the default style for this template, but that can be overridden by the user if they regenerate, so just sets a default. This template context is completely optional, and I recommend you use it to override any issues you have with the template. So if you wanted to really just use bullet points, you can say only use bullet points. If you want to leave out certain sections all the time, you can type them there, or you can just edit it to do the same. Share globally allows you to share your template, and only the template, no PHI or client information, to our library for other clinicians who also use AudZone to use that aren't part of your company. Team availability relates to making it available to your company. If that's off, only you can see this template, no one else in your company. If that's on, then actually anyone using AudZone has access to that template, but they've got their own copy, so they won't be messing up your copy when they import it. They'll get their own copy, so they can't change yours. You can associate an appointment type with a template. So you can see here, you've got all your appointment types listed. Currently it's for that particular appointment type, but we can essentially make sure that any one of those four, or as many as we like, use it. So whenever the session has that appointment type, this is the template that will be used to generate the note. With the editor, any changes you want to make, just save the template, which will close it, but only do it once you're done. You can do two types of editing. You can do the manual editor, which are great for just changing the titles, etc. So if we're going to be using this for more than just visit to, we can just remove that. For instance, you will see these blue things here. They are essentially parameters, and they are instructions for the AI what to do. To see what the instructions are, just hover over it and then press Alt on your keyboard. While keeping it pressed, just click, and that will open the actual variable for you. You can see here, that's the description of what's being done. You can add as much information as you like. Here you can say only use bullet points, etc. You can give it some more information about the kind of information to include and what to exclude. Be very aware that the AI takes your language seriously. So if you say explicitly something like cozy goals mentioned, it will actually look for the words cozy goals. If you say extract goals based on the conversation, it will extract goals based on the conversation. So just be aware of how you mention things, and you can test and edit from there. You can also change the input type, which just gives the AI idea of what to put in there. So if it's date or time, you can do that. If it's a number, do a number. If you leave it blank, it will guess. Default value relates to what happens if this is a required field, which means it will always show the visit purpose title. And if there's nothing here, it will just say not mentioned. But you can say applicable or whatever you want to fill in if no data is found in the actual transcript. If this is not required, it means that entire variable and its text in front of it will be removed. I'm just going to save this, and here you'll see it. So in this case, a variable like this, if this one is not required, then if it doesn't find any information to fill this, yeah, it's not required to actually answer these things, then when you generate, you'll see an omit optional little bracket thing show up, and that will then delete this whole row, including the title in front of it. So it will mean like, it will look like this had never even existed. So yeah, just an advanced way to really get into the guts. If you want to change the instructions, just Alt and Edit and change the instructions here, but just watch your language. The AI is quite explicit with how it understands what you're saying. And then when you're done, just click Save Template, and that will update it. A great way to test a template is simply go to a note with transcription in, a session with transcription. This one doesn't, but you can then select it, which is that one there, and then regenerate and see what comes out of it. And then you can also click here to use the AI assistant to help you improve this particular template by just chatting to it or selecting one of these options here, and follow the instructions, and it will tweak it for you until you've got it just right. So that's the quickest way of editing a template. There's a difference between editing a note or document template. Documents, you'll also see meeting types as an option. So document can go either with either and with a meeting or an appointment type. You can select both. And whenever this kind of meetings run, this document will be available. Whenever this appointments run, this kind of document will be available. If there's no appointment types listed for a particular document, this document will be available for every single appointment. The reason being is some documents you just want to be able to use anyway. So we didn't want you to have to go and click every single appointment type you had. So we rather said, if there's no appointment type associated, show it. If an appointment type is clicked, only show it for that appointment type. So that's the logic there. With documents, you also have the option of selecting the audience. And this is basically how the template will generate with the with its language. So this is for hearing care, professional, GP, specialist, etc. So for instance, if you create a template for an email to the patient, you probably want to use patient language. But otherwise, hearing care professional will cover most uses for you. And again, just save when you're done. You also have an AI assistant inside the editor, so you can chat through that. If you've got a transcript here, you can pick that and actually just chat through it, and it will guide you through making any changes using the assistant rather than the settings. But this is probably easier again on the note or document tab because you can run it right there. You also have a version history, so you can actually go back because we've made a change to this. Not this one, the previous one. You can actually view your version history. And yeah, manage it that way. Okay, PDFs are a little bit different. So same thing here, share them globally, team availability, link to an appointment type, but the editor just looks a little different. And that is also covered on our fillable forms field. But here, just quickly, you can change the actual name of the field, and you can also give specific instructions as to what happens when the AI encounters this field, what to enter where, how to describe various things. So if you've got a very specific form that needs to use very specific language to improve the chances of it being accepted, you can tell the AI exactly what should go in there and how it should mention it, and then just save your changes when you're done. And that's how the PDF field was differ.